So I am Megha, and I'm a design lead, as Digvijay has already, introduced me. I'm a design lead at GeekyAnts. As a designer, I love making things easy to use, or say, providing a solution to complex problems. If you want to reach me out, you can connect me on Twitter and Instagram. Fine. So let's start. I hope it is very clear to everyone like what the design system is. It is more than style guidelines or say component library. As a whole, we can consider it an inventory that is going to help us throughout the product development life cycle. And it also evolves with the product. So design system itself can be considered as a product which supports the products. Right? Now the question comes in is why it is important. Why should we have a design system for a product? Imagine a team working on a product, uh, a small team, where we have one UI UX designer, one graphic designer, one front end engineer, one back end engineer, a DevOps. Okay, they're working on a product together. Designer shares the file with developer, with product developer. Uh, Developer, once he's done, he can share it to the backend guy, and the things moves pretty faster. Communication is very easy, but the team size grows, right? It's a natural thing to grow. We scale, we add more people to the team, right? So, and in one side, our product grows. It requires more screens. It requires new features. And other hand, our team size grows. Say for a product, we might be requiring one website team, one core product team, one back office management team, a support team, or so on. Right? So now multiple teams are working on a single brand. Okay? We start facing these challenges like scaling. We need to have a system which is scalable. We need to have a system where we can maintain the consistency while scaling. We need to make sure that the team is working efficiently and the collaboration between the team is being in place. Okay, so do you think the previous model works? No, right? We need some better solution, right? We need to overcome uh, with the communication glitches. So I think design system is what we can get help from. Design system actually sets up everything for us. Say it provides us the guidelines to follow. It provides us the components which we can use not just one place at multiple places. Avoid rework, right? A document to set up the guidelines and all the resources, whatever is being used in here and there, that is one centralized solution. Design system is not just a like one time investment, right? We keep getting, as I said, it evolves with the product. So we get input from different teams as well. And once it is like we got something new, we have to get back to the our inventory where we can push the changes and we create that resource pool to use it in wherever it is required. Now the next question comes when it is important, right? Uh, as I said, like by seeing its advantages, it looks like it is needed at very beginning of the product, right? Because it helps in multiple ways. So having it at the very beginning should be a good start, right? But we also think like, is it worth to have a full-fledged system or worth to invest a lot of time to set up a full-fledged design system at the beginning where our product is not yet out to the market, right? Like we see in generally we see like these type of product, right? It is in MVP, is it in startup, mid-size company, enterprise level. Okay. So when a product is it its MVP version where it is yet to be tested out to the market, maybe a full-fledged design system is not needed. We can start with just some existing design system, foundation of design system, I would say, like having bootstrap material design or native base. So we can just use them and start building the things faster. But when we are coming to the startup, say less than 20 people company, where we have something ready and we need the keep going things. So having a design system is important here, but I would say like design system here we can have just style guide setup and a components, uh, say component based approach to build the things, right? When we are in mid-size company, along with the style guidelines, component and libraries are very important because we are growing. We need to have the communication. But when we are in the enterprise level, the design system looks must. We need to set up a better communication panel where uh, throughout the organization we can speak one centralized language. So these are kind of overview, like when can we introduce one, but let's go ahead with like how to implement. So when we are in a very first stage, say we are starting building a design system, probably we can go ahead with this. Like we ideate the things, we set up the style guidelines, the color, the typography, the grid system, everything, right? We define the principle, the objective, brand values, and all. And then we also set up the standard practices where we have to keep the we build the training modules so that the communication flows well. And based on all these, we create components. Okay, components along with the documents. Documents could be fundamental document, technical documents, and all. But say if you are in middle of a product where we feel like now this is the time to have a design system, then probably we can have this structure, like set up your project. You can use Docsify, Storybook, or simple go with Notion. Okay. Start collecting the existing stuff like logo variations, style guide, whatever designer used to have it. Then some design resource files and everything, whatever is existing. Start collecting it, organize it, organize in the terms of like identify the repetitive component and make a group of that. And we also set the standard practices because that is what give us the the foundation layer of fixing the things, like having collect the code snippet if required. We need to recreate them, we should recreate as well. Then define some kind of rules like do's and don'ts, how to use, add some example so that people are following the guidelines properly. There are few things available, in the market. We can just go ahead with the um, with other companies. There are design system out in the market which we can take as a reference, as a guidelines, and we can build our own. Right, native base is also one of them, so it's easy to start with that. Yeah, I think that is pretty much about the importance and how can we build one.